Hey guys, this is Samantha from The Handmade Dress. Today we're going to do a tutorial on honeycomb smocking. You need scissors, embroidery floss, an embroidery needle with 3 strands of floss, fabric, this is Imperial Batiste, and graph paper. On your graph paper, go ahead and mark in pairs dots every ½ inch. In honeycomb smocking, each little dot needs a mate. They're couples. So you need to do pairs across, pairs down. Has to be even. Then mark your center of your design. And then what I did here was I folded it in half, finger pressed it, matched up the center mark with the center crease, and I transferred the marks by just putting a dot where each dot is. For this tutorial I did a marker. Normally I do a pencil. I just make a tick mark with a pencil. You're not going to do it heavy. It's just so that you can see it. You can use a water-soluble marking pen, the little blue pens, but sometimes they tend to bleed a little, so you make your own choice. My favorite is the pencil. So let's get started here. Honeycomb smocking, like I said, every dot has a little mate. So these two are going to be a couple, but on the bottom it's going to stagger, and these two are going to be a couple. And then on this side, back at the top, these two. So we're going to start a design, start our embroidery right here. I'm going to come up, you can see, it's just beside that dot. I'm going to go over here to his mate, and see the dots in the middle, and you see my stitch length there? That is going to be the stitch length we use through the whole thing. So I'm going to go in and come up here. My dot's in the middle. I'll just come up next to this thread on the other side. Okay, but I'm not going to pull my needle through. This is where I make my first little pleat. Just slide it up while it's on the needle. I kind of finger press just a little bit. Makes it nice and sharp looking. And I pull through. Okay, then I'm going to tack it down with one full stitch. So I'm going to go in here next to the thread, go out here next to the thread. I'm going to guide my little threads slowly so they lay nice and flat next to that one. Then I'm going to do a stitch that just goes in here next to these threads. And I'm going to come down and work on the bottom row. And put this couple together. Come up next to this dot, and it's just a dot directly below where I was working. Okay, now I'm going to stretch this out and make sure you're not really stretching, you're just making sure this fabric can lay flat and that you've not pulled this embroidery thread to where your pleats are going to bunch up that way. You just want it to lay nice and flat and natural on the back. Okay, then I'm going to put this couple together. So here we go. Make our stitches. Pull the pleat together. It's a little bit hard to do with this camera in the middle. Just hold the pleat, pull through once. I'm going to make another stitch that goes through both pleats. Make sure it lays nice and flat. Come back in here and then come up here directly above it. I'm going to put this couple together. Okay. I haven't pulled that all the way through. I'm going to pull it out. Stretch it out so that we're not. Then I'm gonna just see how I let it guide through and lay naturally so that it's not bunching them up. And again, go in and out, in and out. Make the pleat. One full stitch going through both pleats. Go back in. Go into the one directly under it. Coming out. If you're wondering why my house is so quiet, I'm not magic. My husband took my kids so I could do this tutorial for you guys. Took them to the store. Okay, coming in and out here. In and out. I just about pulled that one through. Make my plate. Do a hole. Tack where you go through both. And go in, and we're going to come back up on the top again. Okay, and this is what we have so far. See, and once we complete that, it'll pull together, and that is honeycomb smocking. Hope you guys like this. Goodbye.